Karen Clark thought it was strange when her friend felt the need to pray for her neck during their Bible study. Soon she forgot about it as she headed off down the highway. But Karen never reached her destination, and suddenly her friend's prayer made perfect sense.
It just started pouring down rain. This truck went speeding past me.
The truck hydroplaned and skidded out of control.
He hit the guardrail, swerved around, spun around, and then was heading straight towards me. The car hit me. Another truck came after him, hit him, knocked him off of me because our cars were locked together.
But the nightmare was just beginning for Karen Clark.
And then a 18-wheeler semi-truck hit me in the back, flew my car up underneath his tires. My car was on fire, but since my car was on fire underneath the semi-truck, it blew the tires of the semi-truck and spit my car out.
Miraculously, she survived the horrific crashes. The mangled mess of steel and rubber was literally wrapped around her.
The first thing I remember is my head just hurt so much. I felt like it was a watermelon. And I felt like it was actually cracked open.
Firemen used the jaws of life to cut Karen out of the crumpled car, then rushed her to the hospital. As they wheeled her into the emergency room, she heard paramedics talking to the doctors.
I heard them advising them that my neck might be broke and that I had head injuries.
That's when Karen remembered the prayers of her friend Isabel earlier that day.
And she says, Karen, I just really feel that I need to pray for your safety. And she says, and I just really feel I need to pray for your neck.
After several hours of tests, doctors decided that Karen's injuries were mainly superficial. She had a raging headache and a sliver of glass in her eye. Perhaps the most serious damage was to her sciatic nerve. But after just 5 hours in the hospital, Karen was released. She couldn't reach her family, so she called Rob Dunn, a friend of the family. On the way home, they stopped to look at the car.
If you'd asked me, what are the chances somebody surviving an accident after seeing that vehicle, I would tell you probably 0%.
Her son Garrett went to see the car the next day.
And I looked in the driver's side where she was, and there was a space. There was probably about, I'd say maybe 2 feet, maybe by 2 feet, but it was on the floorboard. It was like the only spot in the whole car that there was any space at all for anybody to even be.
It's truly a miracle. God put his angels' wings around her and protected her.
Although Karen was sore for days, her injuries soon healed. She's grateful for God's protection, knowing the outcome could have been much worse.
God is love, and he can do all things, and he basically didn't let her die, so he had his hand in that big time.
And he really does send his angels charge over us to keep us in all of our ways. And no weapon formed against us can prosper.
It's amazing when you see that car, isn't it, to think that anybody was inside of there at